and put myself in the stream. Hello, everyone. Thank you for being so patient. I was taking out the last round of Vile Mike's stream, and so how's everybody doing tonight? I hope everybody's doing well. It is a hot night here in Carcosa. I hope everybody's well and having a good time. And on this May the 4th, and May the 4th be with you all. As a Star Wars fan, I want to talk about a lot of things, mostly about what we love about Star Wars and why we celebrate this. And why Disney really shouldn't try to coin a phrase that we made ourselves, the fans. So how is everybody doing tonight? Let's see. Do we have anybody in the chat? Let's see. Yes, it is open lines tonight. And I believe I put the StreamYard link into the chat. I think it's even pinned into the YouTube chat. So whenever you want to come up, that's fine. Talk about why we love Star Wars. I'll tell you. I even had a talk with my father yesterday, and he said I even went to see Star Wars Return of the Jedi when I was 3. I didn't even know that. I was probably too young to remember. But I was definitely even a surprise to me. I'm finding stuff about myself that I didn't even know. So apparently I did, and I enjoyed the film so much that I couldn't even leave the mall without getting one of those plastic lightsabers. You know those ones with the flashlight? Yeah, those. So that was neat. It's good to see. Let's see who's all coming in here. Let's see, who do we got here? We got Speaker for the Dead. How you doing, brother?
Good. How are you doing tonight?
Good to see you. I'm doing all right. Did you hear what I recently found out about myself?
That I was just starting to listen, and then I clicked to jump in, so I missed the last part of what you were saying.
Yeah, I found out that from my dad that I actually saw Jedi when I was 3 in the theaters.
You just don't remember any of it?
Apparently, I don't remember, but he said I loved it so much I couldn't even leave the mall without getting one of those lightsabers. You know, the ones with the tube that was attached to a flashlight? I had those. I do remember having those.
Everybody had to have one of those.
Yeah, if you didn't have one of those, I'm like, yeah.
See, I think it's funny because I was really more of a Star Trek fan, but I mean, I love Star Wars too. But I mean, it just like I think my dad was more of a Star Wars fan because every Christmas I'd get a crap ton of Star Wars toys, even if I didn't ask for them. That's what I'd get a whole bunch of.
I bet you he was hoping you don't open them.
Yeah. Well, I had, Darth Vader's Imperial shuttle. I had a huge version of that. It was like 1.5 feet tall and about, I don't know, a foot wide. And you'd hold on to the bottom and you could click the button and the wings would fold down And
I
I mean,
had
it was
that.
huge.
I
I
had
love
that,
that.
and I had the Millennium Falcon.
Oh,
When
see,
the
I always
big
wanted
one,
that. My buddy had one of those.
I had it, and yeah. Hello, Positive Candor. How you doing tonight? Good match, by the way.
Yep. Thank you.
You did good. I didn't. I didn't even expect to make it to the final round, but that was a good match. It was so worth waiting for the stream, just because. Man, those guys are hardcore. Chris Knight and Mike T. Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah. Those are the two guys who definitely know their stuff about it.
I was kind
Yeah.
of sitting there
Yeah.
going,
I never
"Oh,
would have.
come on, it's this."
Yeah. I never would have won against either of those guys. They know everything. So yeah, I'm glad I didn't know much that second round after all.
I still tried though.
So, where did you place in that whole thing, Darth Hester?
Well, I'm in third.
Oh, okay. I only caught the very last round, so I wasn't sure how much or where everybody was at.
Hopefully, unless they count the last round, my first round points. I don't know how that works. I don't know really how that works. But I made it to final round, so I'm surprised that I got that far. Seriously. I'm surprised I beat Anti-Trekker. Anti-Trekker knows his stuff, no matter Star Wars or Star Trek. That was something for me. I was like, holy crap, I beat Anti-Trekker.
Well, there was some of the stuff you guys were talking about, and I'm like, yeah, I never got that. Not even in a million years. I couldn't even have guessed. I mean, I knew when you guys actually said the answer, I'm like, oh. But I mean, up until that point, I'm like, I think I know what they're talking about, but I don't know who that guy or what that guy's name was or what the ship's called or
So, why do you guys love Star Wars? Let's start with Positive Candor.
Well, I mean, probably didn't love it until I saw it in the theaters, obviously. And the original in 1977 when I growing up in a big family and didn't get to see it until probably August or September, more than likely. It was maybe even later than that because I had to wait till the dollar show to see it finally. And that movie played forever in 1977. Came out, Memorial Day weekend, I would guess. And probably played until at least Christmas or maybe even into the following year, for all I know. But that's and once I saw that, yeah, that's when obviously I knew, yeah, this is the coolest movie I've seen in a long, long time. Never mind, that it was science fiction or not. Um, it's not my favorite science fiction movie, but yeah, definitely the first movie is what got me into it. I mean, I wasn't a collector at all. My other brothers were, who were younger than me, so I never really got into the collecting part of it until much later. But yeah, it's been with me since 1977, really. When I don't know exactly, but yeah, if I had to guess, I'd say probably September or so was probably the first time I got to see it.
Speaker, what do you got for us? Why do you love Star Wars?
I always loved the good versus evil, the clearly delineated lines, the struggle against, overwhelming odds, the evil empire, it was such a huge sweeping tale, that basically covered an entire galaxy. It just, I don't know. It just kind of captures your imagination, and it's, I don't know. That's what it was for me, was just the bigness of it, and like I said, the battling between good and evil. There's just there wasn't any gray or any of that it was just, you're either good or you're bad and stuff, even though, they have to do some maybe not so great things and stuff, but it was all in the name of either good or evil. And I don't know. I identified with that storyline. I'm kind of a black and white kind of guy.
Rock on.
Yeah. It's funny how you say black and white, because that's basically how the Empire dressed. Darth Vader in black and the stormtroopers in white, So it's kind of weird, because white is usually associated with good, but they flipped it when you think about it, except for Darth Vader, of course. But with the stormtroopers, being in white, the same colors as Leia and, eventually even Han and Luke wear the stormtrooper uniform in that first movie. So,
yeah, it doesn't really follow the black and white hats model, of the old Western shows and stuff, but it's still that struggle.
Well, yeah, because the main baddie, Darth Vader, wears black. So, and yeah, to me, he's still the best, to me, science fiction villain ever.
Yeah. Well, but I mean, the vocal work just by James Earl Jones. I mean, that there's nobody else that could have done that and given him the menace that he did.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Once they got his voice, that was it.
Because I remember hearing like the actor inside the suit doing the lines for the other. I'm just like, wow, that totally changes. The feel of that. Without James Earl Jones, he's just not that intimidating. But
no.
But I don't know. The characters were just, they were so different, so unique, kind of, fun. And they all had their own quirks, especially on the good side. I mean, you got the lovable rogue, and and then the farm boy that sees everything, black and white, and and then you've got old Ben, and it just, and then Princess Leia, and the way they played off of each other just was so awesome.
Yeah.
The princess totally ragging on Han and his ship, and him just kind of giving it back to her. And I don't know. It was fun.
Yeah. Well, even Han, wore black and white. He wore both of them combined in the movie. Really,
What about you, Haster?
From a writer standpoint, I'd have to say it was a real fun, multi-generational myth. It had action, it had intrigue, it had your good versus evil, it had practically everything you'd possibly want from a decent Hollywood blockbuster movie. And they did it right.
You remember when movies could just be fun?
Yes.
I remember those days.
Yeah. When did they forget about that? Some of it was fun, some of it was funny, and some of it was very serious. But yes.
Yeah.
And it was done well, and the writing was good. The characters were exactly how you thought they'd be.
Nobody had purple hair and wore a purple dress in the middle of a military, ship. I mean, I don't
Yeah,
want to
what
talk
was
about
that
sequels,
about?
but I mean, I never understood that. I'm like, what? Why does she look like she's going to a cocktail party and everybody else
Or a
is,
prom. She looks like
yeah,
she's
I'm
going
like,
to a
what
prom or
the
something,
hell?
which I've
So,
noticed is another Hollywood obsession, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, I mean, and plus, when you think about it, I mean, you had, sequels that were very, I mean, Empire's still rated as the top movie of all the Star Wars movies, usually by most people. So you have a sequel, um, you know, that's by most people rated higher than the original, which is, usually unheard of.
yeah.
You know,
See, and I liked Jedi.
It-
It's my favorite out of all of them.
yeah,
And I mean, I love Empire, but it was. I just remember feeling like it was definitely the darker of the, of the three. But I mean, it was meant to be. It's where the rebels are on their heels, and stuff. And it's, I don't know. I do love the Hoth stuff. That's some of my favorite stuff. The battle on Hoth and everything. The first time we see the AT-ATs, and just, I mean, that just kind of opened up the world.
yeah. I mean, you got but yeah, it's uncommon for sequels to be considered better than the original.
That's for sure.
Which, no matter which one you consider better,
Yeah, most times they just kind of steadily go downhill until you're just like, okay, I think we're done. Hey, V-Star.
But apparently, the only time I actually got to see all of them was when they re-released them in THX before they added the special edition stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Before episode 1, because they released them, I think they released them every month before episode 1.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Yeah. See, and I've still got that on VHS, the originals.
And that's when me and my uncle and my dad and my brother, it was all the men. We went and watched. That was our guide time.
Good guy time.
Because so it was a male bonding experience for us. Other than
so what's
when we
your
went
favorite?
Fishing. My favorite?
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to go with Empire. I'd have to say. Yeah, I know that's kind of a little mainstream, and I'm not really too big on the mainstream, but when the mainstream is true, I can't argue with it.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm definitely in a minority. That's for sure. I know that a lot of people think that Jedi's the weakest of all of them, but
well, of the original trilogy, I'm guessing you mean not of the other ones.
Yeah, not all the other ones, but yeah, of the originals. I don't count the other ones as. I mean, they're there, but I mean, when I think of Star Wars, I think of the original
count the prequel trilogy.
Not highly, especially the first one, Phantom Menace. I did not care for that one.
But do you count it? Do you count it more than you do the sequel trilogy?
Oh yeah, it's not even close. I guess that's one thing that Disney did for me was they made me appreciate the sequel trilogy or the prequel trilogy. Pardon me. Because before I didn't really care for them very much, especially the first one. And then, the sequels came out and I'm just like, those aren't half bad. they're at least, consistent. They're at least George Lucas's vision. They're they followed the story. They didn't break canon. I mean,
I know it's kind of a stretch, but it's a little out there. But I was gonna share my story of Star Wars Episode 1.
I'll go for
my
it.
story of Star Wars Episode 1 had me going to the theater because I tried the day before to go see American Pie, and I couldn't get in because I was a senior in high school, so I was underage apparently. So I bought a ticket to Episode 1. And I went and saw that, but I really wanted to go see Episode 1 because I'm a Star Wars fan, for one. But after that was over, I didn't exactly leave the theater. I snuck in to go see American Pie.
Sneaky.
So I saw about 3/4 of American Pie. And yes, I did see the iconic scene. The one where he's
the pubes.
banging the pie, the bang of the pie. But that's my story of Star Wars Episode 1 plus American Pie. Because they were both out and released generally the same time.
Very different genres, that's for sure.
Absolutely very different genres. What would you classify American Pie as? Like National Lampoon's raunchy comedy?
Yeah, raunchy comedy. I've never actually seen it. I was like, it never.
What?
That was one that never appealed to me. I was just like,
what?
Nah. Yeah,
you haven't.
And they made like 1,000 of them. And I'm like, I never
You've
saw
got
any
to
of
at least see the 4. It's American Pie, American Pie 2, American Wedding, and American Reunion. You at least got to see those 4.
No, I've never. I don't know why. It just never appealed to me.
If you don't see any more, at least see those 4.
I'll have to check on one of the 1,200 streaming services I have to pay for now and see if any of them are on there. Is anybody else getting tired of having to add a new streaming service every other week? I have
every time you want something different.
Yeah.
Yes, I am totally tired of it.
Man, I'm like, I'm going to go broke just trying to switch back and forth. So I've kind of whittled it down to like 3. I'm like, I'll just stick with these. If it ain't on here, I don't need it. So
B talked me into re-getting Netflix. So I ended up watching Shadow and Bone and rewatching The Witcher.
Oh, The Witcher's definitely worth it. I bandwagon on my brother's Netflix. So, oops. I've probably just been outed. Netflix is probably, sending their police to, because supposedly they were going to start trying to crack down on people that do that. And I'm just like, well, if you guys all didn't have 10,000 different services, we wouldn't have to do that. But so.
I know I'm a little late, but where is everybody?
I saw V-Star
they weren't
pop in.
expecting. Yeah, I saw V-Star pop in. I know she's around somewhere. She's there, but she's not home. I think she checked out. Yeah, she's still here.
Oh, is she? Oh, that's good.
She's crashed on my couch.
You're going for one.
So, as fans of Star Wars, what does this day mean to you guys?
Until about 2 years ago, absolutely nothing. That's the first time I'd ever heard May the 4th be with you.
Really?
I was watching The Big Bang Theory, and it came on, and they talked about it on there, and I'm like, oh, I'll be damned, I'd never heard of that before. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a great. I think it's awesome. I think whoever figured that out it's like I was saying earlier today. I'm like, that's clever. Who's snoring?
That would be V. I told you she's crashed on my couch.
Oh, she's great.
Remember, she's still here. She hasn't made it back home yet.
Oh. So she jumped in and then passed out.
Basically.
What is Star Wars? Is that a trick question?
I think he's just trying to be
Yeah.
funny. I think it's the reason I made this channel.
Yeah.
It's the reason I came
the
up
fandom.
through the bowels and came back from making a comeback from being on Twitch. That's what it is. I've always been a Star Wars fan. Whether I get into other things like H.P. Lovecraft, Castlevania, I've always been a Star Wars fan.
Yeah. Is Captain Kirk by far?
Let me guess, you wanted Chun-Li in Mortal Kombat, huh?
Hey, Jester of Sin and Butterflies.
Hello, hello, Jester of Sin and Butterflies.
Isn't
Next thing you're going to tell me you want E Honda in the next Jackie Chan movie.
Chun-Li.
Well, at least you thought that was hilarious.
Next thing you know, they're going to be trying to put Yoda in Star Trek. Oh wait, J.J. Abrams kind of already did that with that little weird looking dude that's always hanging around Scotty.
Yoda was a hidden character in Soul Calibur. I think one of the Soul Calibur games. I think it was 4 or 5. I can't remember. Yeah, because I think depending on which one you got, I think it was for the PlayStation. You got a. Let's see. I think it was Soul Calibur 3 that you got Darth Vader. And for the Xbox, you got Yoda. But Soul Calibur 2, you actually got Link for the GameCube version.
Have you ever played the Lego Star Wars games?
I've played, yeah, I had the collection for Xbox when I was on there.
My gosh. I don't know. Those were, I played those with my son, and they were so funny and just fun.
Oh, those things are hilarious.
I mean, just some of the way, because nobody talks, and so they have to do all these funny things. It just makes me laugh. Me and my son would be going through there, and I just start giggling, and he wouldn't know what I was laughing about because it was like the first movies, and he hadn't seen them a lot at that point, and so, but hell, games Mario Comics R Us. That's a long name. I'm just going to call you Mario.
I'm going to call you Mario RS.
Mario RS.
Just for the sake of time and
I'm terrible. Like, I'll be listening to Loki or somebody in the morning, and I'll be like on my phone, and somebody will say like hi, like the Catman, aka D.D. Myers, which just used to be D.D. Myers, and I got after him one day. I'm like, dude, you need to shorten your name back up. It takes me too long to type that out on my phone.
At least make it Catman D.D.
Yeah, just shorten that bad boy up just a little bit, so I don't have to type for so long. I'm kind of lazy.
Yeah,
when it comes
I hate
to
it when I'm
on
wrenching on my phone and I have to type that out. I'm like, Oh my god!
It's gonna take
Because
me
it doesn't
forever.
pop up. It doesn't pop up your full name when you try to type it out like it does on the
Yeah.
computer.
No,
So
it
you can't
doesn't.
just click the name and it just automatically pop in there. It's like, oh my gosh.
No, you got to write out the whole damn thing, and it's just like, well, there we go. Of course, I'm not much better. I mean, Speaker for the Dead isn't exactly short, but I don't know.
That's doable.
But yeah, I didn't think it was too long, but so you know what? It's strange for me to meet girls. I have to say that butterflies that like Star Wars, because my wife is not a Star Wars fan.
I actually turned her on. I turned her on to Star Wars.
Oh yeah,
She knew nothing about Star Wars until we met. She was hardcore anime fan until we met.
Oh, Jester of Sin is saying, oh, but he doesn't use the, oh, okay. Maybe that's what I need to start doing. Jeez. Because whenever somebody says hello to me, I always make it a point to be like trying to say hello back. And sometimes it's like by the time I get up and said hello back, like the chat's, but like they said hi to me 10 minutes ago. And I'm like still trying to type in the name. And I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
that's the way it is,
cow.
man. That's just the way it is.
But yeah, see, I don't know. It's so strange to me to meet girls that like Star Wars because my wife's so not a Star Wars fan. She'll watch Star Trek with me more than she'll watch Star Wars, and I'm just like, I don't know why, but yeah. So it's I always, I don't know. One of these days, I'm going to actually get to talk to a girl in person who likes Star Wars because my daughters, they're okay with it, but not like big time.
Butterflies
So
is proof that I actually saw Star Wars. The new ones.
Oh,
Because
she doesn't know how she feels
those
about
were
them.
practically our dates, basically.
Oh,
Okay, because they came out in December every year, right?
Mhm.
So my mom and dad always got me tickets to Star Wars every Christmas and at least one article of Star Wars clothing. So when we went in matching Star Wars shirts. And we went opening weekend. We usually went either on a Saturday or a Sunday, depending on who was driving.
I remember the only shirt I really, really remember when I was a kid was because it was Return of the Jedi time. And I had like a light blue shirt with one of the Gamorrean guards from Jabba's palace, the pig guards. And man, I
like those.
I wore that shirt till you could see through it. I mean, I just wore it out.
Man, you should have kept it. Maybe now some women would wear it on a certain fan site.
I'm often amazed at what
How
women
bad.
will wear on a site to be like, gee, I wonder why she's got 1.5 million subscribers. Think I know. Thanks, Jester said. I appreciate that. But I always try, even if I'm driving.
Titties.
Yeah, sex sells. Sex sells.
I don't care how old you are, how tall you are, what race or denomination you come from, what line you're in. There is one tried and true since the dawning of time. Sex sells.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever watched that Ron White when he talks about that?
Hello.
Oh, her mic's. She's muted.
You're going off my mic? Okay.
Positive Candor got really quiet. Am I talking too much?
No,
Never.
no, you're good.
Sorry, Positive Candor. I just
Can
get
you hear
jabbered.
both of us?
No.
No, I can hear you.
You can't hear her? Okay.
Uh-uh.
I'm going to have her scooch over a little closer to the mic. We're probably going to be sharing mic.
No, can you hear me now?
Can you hear
Very
me now?
faint. Very faint.
Very faint, but yes.
Just yell.
Hey!
There you go. We can hear you.
They can hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
No, my hearer's broken.
So, V-Star, are you a Star Wars fan?
I am. I went to the opening actually in 77.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, in Hollywood. Yeah, I'm
In Hollywood?
Glendale. Yeah, I'm from Glendale, so we'd always get tickets and shit to go.
I was figuring you went into the Chinese theater for the big opening. I'm like, wow.
We're right
Seriously,
there
yeah.
too. Not just here. I'm here, clear back here.
Oh, so we're coming in
You
stereo.
guys got a loudmouth, I tell you. I'm joking.
That's butterflies.
Story of my life.
Love you guys.
Oh, he loves having me here.
This is fun.
But yeah, and Pink Floyd, The Wall. I saw 2 at the Gromans Chinese. A lot of them. Yeah, but I saw Star Wars. I remember that. And I was like, oh, that looked so lame. And I didn't want to go. And I was just like glued. I was glued. And that was it. It was over.
Total girl
For me.
perspective.
Yeah.
Lasers and swords.
Oh
and
my god, it was so awesome.
Lasers
So
and swords
awesome.
and space wizards and
They had them all outside,
Why?
because they do a big old hoop-de-doo,
When anybody calls it like a laser sword, I just get irritated. I'm just like, it's a lightsaber. You got to say it right, damn it.
yeah, it always
Not saber.
pees me off too. Lightsaber.
Saber.
I'm just like, the second somebody says that, I'm like, you're not a fan. I'm like, no fan calls it a
Right.
laser sword.
or
I don't know.
saber.
Yeah,
Saber.
lightsaber.
Yeah, not saber.
Yeah, lifesavers are candy. Lightsabers are Star Wars.
But
Yeah.
fun times.
That's why I have a hard time texting Speaker of the Dead. I'm always afraid he's driving, so I don't want to bother him.
Oh, bother me. I can
Right.
voice text. I never know what your people are going to get when I'm doing that because I've gotten because Siri sucks at
Yeah.
trying to translate my
Good.
my
I'm going to
Idaho
send you
accent.
pictures of tentacles on random things now.
Well, I just wanted to pop up and say hey. I'm gonna pop down in the chat.
All right.
This is too much echoing and stuff. in
It's
my
too
head.
much echoing.
Echo. Yeah. in my ear.
Is that like echo bass or is that like?
Yeah.
Oh,
But
okay.
I have to take it off to talk because the lag.
Oh,
But it was good seeing you, Positive and Speaker.
Yeah, good
I
to
don't
talk
even
to
know
you.
who's down in the chat. I just woke up actually. I was napping.
I was going to ask Mario, our Comics Are Us, if he's got a channel where he does comic book stuff because I'm trying to
does
get better
comic books?
with comic book stuff because I am not a comic book person. I would love to be, just never had the opportunity growing up.
Mario and Comics Are
Oh
Us.
yeah.
That's old Nigel.
Yeah, I know. Me and B are trying. We're gonna put together or try to put together a comic book with your art. That's our new adventure.
That's Buddy Nigel, that Nigel movie guy.
Yeah.
He changed his name. He changed his name more than I change undies. Like, no, I'm kidding.
No,
I'm not that
Yes.
nasty.
no,
Yes,
he doesn't
Chester
do
said
that
that.
often.
That's exactly how it.
Yeah, that's it. You can tell I'm on my phone on when I misspell constantly because my fingers are going so fast. It's typo city.
and you don't proofread. It's just like type, send.
Yes.
That's how I am. Same here. It's I don't know, but I figure, you know what? They'll get the gist. Like even if it's wrong, hopefully they'll be able to figure it out. But
Yeah, if I'm
No,
reaching
but-
on my phone, I'll make a deal with the other rich. I'll be like, hey, I'll greet you through links. Got it?
So what did you think? Like, because for me, like the only real Disney movie that I've liked was Rogue One. Are you in that camp, or did you not care? Because there's some people that love Rogue One and some people that don't.
I liked Rogue One. I'm
See,
not
and I
gonna
loved
lie.
it.
I liked Rogue One.
I was actually surprised at how much I liked
didn't-
that movie.
I didn't like the whole fact that they said they were going to give Jyn Erso the credit over Luke Skywalker. I wasn't a big fan of that idea. When I heard that, I was like, yeah. In that case, you could throw Rogue One down the toilet with the rest of your Disney franchise.
How would they give her? You're gonna have to explain that to me. How would they give her credit for?
Because they said a woman brought the Death Star plans.
Oh, seriously? So that makes her the bigger.
What? Did you totally
hero.
miss that memo?
Yeah, I never heard that. I didn't hear that at all.
Oh yeah, that was a big thing. That was one of the big things that Phantom Menace was griping about.
Wow, I'm amazed because that that's what got me into the Phantom Menace was the whole the Last Jedi. I mean that's where I think that's where everybody kind of came in.
I think that's where I jumped into.
I just started seeing people posting loads of videos, and I'm just like, man, everybody feels the same way. Well, at the
I
time,
should have
that's what
jumped in. I should have jumped in on the Game of Thrones drama, but I decided to hold my tongue.
Yeah. See, and I'd never seen when that whole thing happened. I had never seen a single episode because I was just like, eh. I just thought this is just a fad, trendy thing. And I just thought, now just, and then I'd heard like it's nothing but everybody was calling it Game of Porn, and I'm just like, well, I don't need to see that.
I'm not gonna
But,
lie,
I mean,
it kind of was, but yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it was still good though.
I've seen up to the
But
fourth
it was
season
raw
now.
and gritty, like medieval life should have been.
Yeah, it is definitely the the rougher side of things. But and I watched up to about the fourth season, and then everybody, and then the eighth season happened, and I'm just like, no, okay, well, I don't need to go any further because I know how this horrible story ends. So, what's the point? But
Yeah,
So-
I was supposed to be simulcasting this on Facebook, but apparently, if you're 10 minutes late, you can't do that.
yeah, they're kind of picky about that. They get all cranky if you're not on time.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm not a Facebook streamer. I just do it every once in a while. I guess to get my name out there,
Yeah, me too.
Plus, to let my friends know what I'm up to. The ones that are actually there that I actually looked up from actual high school. Those friends.
Yeah.
Yes, I do have friends.
I have friends.
I just don't let them know where I live.
Well, you don't want them that close. It's like, I want you in my life, but just at a distance.
Yeah, that's my favorite line right now. Especially, I think my mom loves it even more. It's like, I love you, but I love you from a distance.
Oh, somebody gave you a downvote. It's because I'm here. I have that effect. on people.
Especially since the coof came, she definitely loves me from a distance
She
now
lo-
because she's scared to death of it. It's like, I
See,
don't
I
even want
just-
to leave the house. I'm afraid I'll catch the COVID.
It's just like, that's okay. 90% of people are surviving it. So actually 90, like it's 98 or 95 or something like that percent survive it. And I still haven't had it. And I haven't had the vaccine or anything. I keep waiting to catch it, but
V-Star. There's a difference between visiting and never leaving and being stranded.
yeah, I think you just one's moving in. I think's the difference there.
Yes, apparently, I don't know if you guys know the story, but I didn't really broadcast it out too much. Apparently, the guy I was writing for, who was supposed to pay me, came here and with V-Star and left without her.
What?
Yeah.
Well,
So
that's kind of
and
a
he
dick
took
move.
his story and fired us before we could even get our final payment. So the heck with all that. Not to mention
So
he
he-
tried to steal Butterfly's ideas for a show.
So he came and got what you wrote and then didn't pay you.
Yeah, basically.
Ah.
No, nobody's drunk, Michael Monona.
Sorry.
Nobody's
Sober-
drunk tonight. I'm
sober
sorry. I'm
stream.
sorry to disappoint you.
The silver stream.
That was a special night. I figured, yeah, it was pretty hectic here, and I needed something. It's like, all right,
You
Let's
were
just
doing
say
amazingly well through that game, considering that you were drunk. I popped in last night and I'm just like, wow, I don't play that good ever. And you know, so I was impressed.
yeah, even drunk, I seem to be doing okay. I don't think you could tell the difference, hardly. It's still a pain to go through that game. Jester, speak for yourself. I'm rather lit.
Okay, well that counts. That counts. Yep, Jester Sin. He's our official drinker for the night.
Yep, nobody's drunk for tonight except for maybe Jester. Jester's about blitzed.
But he's still spelling all these words correct. So I don't know. That's
He's
must be
not
taking
typing
his-
in cursive, so we're good.
Yeah, he must be taking his time and henpecking like one letter at a time to make sure he gets it right.
Whew.
So as far as the prequels, going back to Star Wars, were you a big fan of them at the time, or how did you feel about those?
All right. At the time, I was just happy for new Star Wars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I went through a breakup during Attack of the Clones, and Star Wars gave me solace. It gave me something to look forward to.
Well, and that was a pretty decent film. I mean, other than the whole romance part and Anakin whining like a little girl through half of the film. I mean, there's a lot of that's actually a pretty decent film. So I don't know. As far
I'm
as
not going to. Yeah, true. Sorry to interrupt, but true. I'm not going to sugarcoat. Anakin was a whiny little bitch.
he was. I was trying to be nice about.
No,
But
no.
yes.
Yeah, I'm not going to be. He's a whiny little bitch.
I mean, I kept sitting there thinking through that. That's why the romance came off so fake to me, because I'm like, I don't know what she could possibly see in him acting this way. I'm like, because I'm sorry, she's this mature, she's matured into a woman. She's a senator. She's been the queen of a planet, and he's this little my mom, and I just want to, and I'm just like, oh my hell. I was like, you're wonder. A snowflake before snowflakes were a thing.
It makes me wonder, okay. It makes me wonder if she still saw him as that little boy on Tatooine who called her an angel. And if so, this is a creepy relationship.
We have the whiner and the pedophile. Oh my, that's not okay.
Yep, even if I do get monetized, this video is definitely not.
I see, and I hated that. Them calling him Annie. I'm like, why is he okay with that? This first time somebody just said, "Hey Annie," I'd have been like, no. My name is Anakin. But that it's like, you don't get to call the guy who's going to become Darth Vader Annie. I'm sorry. That's just that. No.
Man, I'm surprised he didn't just come back and Tatooine and kill everybody just for calling him Annie. Now that I really go back and just think, like, oh man, Kidster's right. No, Kidster's going to be toast if Anakin actually remembers. Oh wait, never mind. Bugger all what I said.
Sand is gratty. Yeah. It's coarse and it gets everywhere. It's like, not like you, where everything's soft. I'm just like, oh my gosh, smooth. I am so creeped out right now.
I still want to know who wrote Anakin's lines for that, because who was the writer for that?
Christensen didn't go, hey, this line here, no. I'm not saying that. I will get shit for the rest of my life for saying that.
That actually sounds good. Coffee with more rum.
My lifesaver. Yeah, I don't know. I just that yeah.
He needs a glass of wine. He needs some cheese with his wine.
Yeah.
See, we have gripes about the prequel trilogy too.
Yeah.
We're not just,
I mean, they're not perfect. And those were George Lucas too, but I mean, and see, everything that happens on Tatooine in the first one was irritating to me. I'm like, except for when Darth Maul finally comes in, you know, he enters the scene and stuff, but like all the pod racing and all the like the bargaining with the flappy I can't think of the guy's name. The guy with
I
the
kind of
wings.
thought Watto was cool. I don't know about you. I thought Watto was kind of cool.
Is he the guy with the wings that owns Anakin?
Juba de Noya,
Did you? I did like the voice. That was actually kind of funny. But
That was cooler.
But yeah, no, just
For a
And that
while, I
poor
thought he
kid.
was telling Annie that he was going to beat a monkey's uncle.
your accent's a little too thick, man. You gotta clean that up.
Yeah, maybe.
No one can best. That's right. But yeah, and you can't call him Annie either. But apparently,
I don't know
that wasn't
why.
a real.
I don't know why, but every time I heard somebody say Annie, the song "Smooth Criminal" came in my head.
Dun, dun,
Annie, are you
dun, dun,
okay?
dun, dun,
Are you
dun.
okay, Annie?
Careful, V-Star. Apparently, there was a girl that loved him in the comics, and he stabbed her in the chest with his lightsaber. I don't know if that's a Disney thing or if that. I think that's been since Disney took it over too. I remember somebody did a like a video on that
He
that some
stabbed her
girl
in it.
was. Yeah, he stabbed her through the
Stabbed her
chest.
in
It's
the
like,
titty.
yeah, well. Oh man, who drank? Oh, he sounded kind of like he'd been smoking a pack of cigarettes for every
mean
day
like
for
this?
his entire life.
It sounds like this. Yeah. I can't talk hardly. I know what that sounds like. I met a woman like this at a bar once. I tried to play pool with her. It's hard to hear with all that noise going on.
He would not stab me. I'm too cool. Well, and you're probably not like a little fangirl.
Hello,
that's
Michael.
Like, oh, Darth Vader, your helmet's so big. Which I guess is what she was. She was
Hey.
like a creepy stalker chick that he took out.
Man, everybody's popping up now. Whoa. How's
I wanna
this?
s-
We got two of these. What the heck's going on here?
Uh-oh.
We got
Did somebody
twins.
feed him after
Hold
midnight?
on.
Because they multiply
Hello?
when you do that.
How you doing?
Hi.
You okay?
Yeah.
He's doing his Batman
Oh, that's cool.
impersonation.
That's nice. Yeah, that's about what what that lady sounded like that I tried to play pool with. She tried to sound like Batman. It kind of didn't work. It's kind of hard to hear over all the music of the jukebox and everybody talking and yelling and all that stuff. And I'm trying to say, your turn. Yeah, what he said.
So, Michael, you put in the chat, I'm an okay. I don't know what that word is.
Probably an albatross.
Albatross. Oh, okay. Like an albatross. I was like, that is something I am not familiar with.
For some reason, when I go to
So-
type, my fingers get all messed up, and then just like crinkle together, and then you just press 4 words at once.
Yeah, I call that fat fingering.
Yeah.
You get everything all jumbled together.
Yeah, It happens.
I'm Batman, give me some coffee. I think you meant, I'm Batman, give me some coffee. I can't do that. It actually hurts my voice.
You don't need my movie.
Martha, give me some coffee.
Why did you say Martha?
How about this? Buy your own coffee. Buy your own Batman movie.
Edie Myers. I was talking
Buy your
about you
own
earlier.
Batman movie.
Could you feel a disturbance in the force?
I felt it.
Tell him I'll come up and do it with my voice.
Well, get on
Can
over
V
here.
Star do a Stevie Nicks?
Yeah, can you
I
do
love-
Stevie Nicks?
I love Stevie Nicks' voice.
No, I cannot do sneezy whatever.
Oh man,
Gotta go with this.
Oh yeah.
we're an hour in, and
I
this
do.
has already gone tits up.
Oh, I know. You got to sneaky whatever. Right.
You
I
gonna be?
do.
You gonna be?
I can sing White Rabbit really good. No, but I can sing White Rabbit like nobody's business.
I
She
want to
can
be.
sing White Rabbit
with-
like nobody's business.
I want to be the very best. My life is
Like
confusing.
no one ever was.
I'm getting one.
I already beat 4 Pokemon games. I'm good.
Is Michael
Yes,
a
Michael
little
is
kid? Butterflies is asking.
Yes, Michael's a kid.
Hi,
Yeah,
butterflies.
that's why I'm all of a
whatever
sudden
your name.
toning the swearing down. I'm like, yeah, I know when to hold them and when to fold them.
Hi, butterflies.
It's past your bedtime. What are you still doing, Mike?
I don't have school tomorrow.
Oh, well, that's not fair. You know, it seems like kids don't have to go to school nearly as much as I did when I was, and I know I'm dating myself here,
She comes in
but
here. She comes in here.
So cute.
yeah, I
Sounds
leave.
so cute. It's like I want to give him or her a hug, just because.
I know,
Who
right?
is the Candor bird?
Can't,
Feels so
positive
cute.
Candor's like, nope.
Who is Canador? I couldn't
Oh,
say that name
Chester, I'm not
properly.
child friendly.
Oh, come on.
He said he said I should leave. I'm not child friendly.
I'm out. Not doing kids.
Yeah, that just sounds wrong.
I was gonna say you might want to rephrase that. That did not sound good at all.
Yeah.
Sounds like a little kid.
Right?
It's cute though. I ain't gonna lie. Sounds so freaking cute.
All right, I've already
I love
raised my
kids.
kid.
I
How's
love
that?
kids. I can't help it.
You okay, Michael?
I already
Don't
went
die
to
on
the
us,
Pokemon
please.
stage.
It's bad enough you're on an adult stream, but don't die on us, please.
Yeah.
I think I'm giving poor speaker.
I give
You
you
okay
props.
there? Drink some water.
No, I my problem is I tried to do the Joker voice and my voice did not care for that. So, or not the Joker
The only
voice,
one I can
the
do well.
Batman voice.
Yohi!
Now that's cute. I don't care who you are. He just pulled a Yoshi.
Love
Yeah,
that
this-
Joker.
Did he?
Yohi!
Whatever.
Hello.
That's cute. Yeah, he just pulled a Yoshi.
I can do blue pretty well. Ah,
Just
I
be
don't- I
who
don't-
you
yeah,
are,
this
Jester of
is-
Sin. Just be who you are.
Love that.
yeah,
We-
just
we
be
love-
who you are.
We love you just the way you are. I think
Yeah,
that's a
like
song,
Chester
isn't
so
it?
much. He's the Joker.
But you're amazing, just the way you are. I believe, is it Bruno Mars? This thing's at?
What is
Yeah, I think
Just-
you're right.
You're amazing just the way you are. Is that Bruno?
I think
Yep,
it
I
is,
think
yeah.
so.
When I see her face.
She can't hear. Here, you want to hear? Say Yoshi again.
Yoshi.
Oh, I heard it. I heard
You
it.
want me to say
Yeah,
Yoshi?
I heard it. It was so cute. It was adorable. Yoshi!
Oh,
Yoshi!
where'd he go?
It must have dropped out.
All right.
Either
I
that.
had to get a glass of wine for this show.
Sounds so freaking cute.
So what do you got going on, speaker?
Oh, not much. Just
How come you
Work. This week is just work, and then this weekend
Work,
I'm doing a
work,
live
work,
stream
work,
on
work.
on Attack on Titan.
huh?
So
Rock on, rock on.
might
I haven't
me and my
watched Attack
daughters.
on Titan since it was like, I guess, syndicated over here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they're supposed to be coming out with the next season here before too long, I think.
Yeah, where's that?
But-
What streaming service is that coming on?
Yeah, I don't know. Right now, they've got up through the 4th season on Hulu. So
Oh, okay. So I guess I better check into Hulu.
that's where, like, Hulu has a ton of anime on it, which is one of the reasons I stay subscribed to their service. Is just because I can always find something that I want to watch on there. So, and I mean, anime has become like my salvation because I can't hardly watch anything else that's being created right now because, you know, they've got to preach politics and everything they do, and so I'm just like, yeah.
Yep.
I'll go watch anime where they don't do that. But no,
I've
I
been
just
seeing a lot of parallels and a lot of different things, especially even Attack on Titan almost feels like the whole East and West Germany from the Berlin Wall.
oh yeah.
Yeah, it kind of feels like that. Have you noticed that?
That there's a lot of different parallels in that. It's been a while since I've watched it. I just started rewatching it again this week so that I can get refamiliar with it. And I realized there's a lot of it that I've forgotten and stuff that that I've got to catch up on. Because it's actually a really complicated story. As far as animes go, there's a lot of different things happening in that.
Okay, I've seen V Star throw this out here. She says she liked, I don't know, I know Jar Jar.
Oh,
No one likes, but I did. But I got to throw this out there.
you're canceled.
At the time, I did like Jar Jar, but now I actually look back at him. I'm like, oh my god, he's actually annoying.
Oh, I can't stand any of the Gungans.
I don't know. I like
entire-
even Boss Nass.
yes. The whole thing. I'm like, no,
Oh, come on.
Why are you doing that?
Boss Nass was cool.
Oh, nope. I just couldn't stand any of the guys. I don't know why. It was just the way they all talked. I mean, even though they're not high pitched and obnoxious like Jar Jar was, they all talk exactly like that.
Hold on.
And
I
it
got to
was
answer
like,
this. I got to answer this.
I'm fine.
B-Star, you're fired.
You're fired.
No, get over here. You're rehired. Come on.
No, I didn't say you're fired. I
Got it.
said canceled. Canceled. No, just kidding, B-Star.
Me, I think Jar Jar's all bad.
You know, that would actually improve him if he were a Sith Lord and just suddenly started talking normal. Like, Misa gonna kill you. I'm like, okay, yeah, that improved your character. That actually made you worth something.
Misa gonna wreck your day.
I heard you say that. Oh, you heard me saying stuff about the Gungans.
Yeah, you did hear about.
Yeah.
Okay, you did hear
Yeah.
about that theory where they were talking about Jar Jar being the hidden Sith in Star Wars Episode 1 or Star Wars the prequels.
I did. I heard somebody talking about here, I don't know, about a year ago or something, that, you know, because he's the one that gets the army, you know, the army of the Republic pushed through, and I'm just like, but it would actually make his character better. Like,
It
you know,
would.
if he played the fool the
so
whole
funny.
time, just as a, I mean, you know,
It would be so-
I still say he was too lucky. He was too lucky to not be force sensitive, at least.
yeah.
it
I
would
mean,
be
how many
so
times
funny
should he
if
have been run over by a
Darth
tank
took off
or
his helmet and it was Jar Jar, and then he just starts with his voice.
He should have been blown up on them hill when all them boomers were rolling down.
yeah.
And what
Yeah,
about
no-
when he had
nobody-
that
Hey,
droid on his foot? What about then? When
Yeah.
when the lasers were going off and
He
hitting
was-
all the other
He was
droids?
shooting everybody around him with a half dead droid.
Yeah, like that's gonna actually happen.
Yeah. Now it actually would make more sense because I mean anybody that stupid in real life would just be dead. I mean they'd never survive that long.
He had to be force
But-
sensitive because it's too plausible. Like he would have shot himself in the pooper when he ducked. If Gungans even have a pooper where they normally normal humanoid should.
Yeah. He falls off of the whatever the animal is. I don't know what those are called. When his foot's hung up in the stirrup. I'm like, I know people that have got drugged to death doing something like that. So
Takes off my helmet. Misa talk like this all the time.
you gotta have him breathing.
Misa hit your papa with my Farron butt scratcher.
To everybody, butt scratchers. Anyone want butt scratchers? It'll be $2 each. 50% off on coupons.
Long live Darth Jar Jar. Yeah.
Luke,
Now
Misa,
I-
your father.
Kind of takes all the I don't know, the coolness out of that if you say it like that.
We're gonna build grand army and rule the galaxy as father and son.
We used to go. It suddenly makes Darth Vader the worst villain in history if he talked like that.
and ride those little beasts.
Join Misa.
Right?
We used to show you the true power of the dark side.
Yeah, no. I take it back. He can't be Darth Vader. He can't. No, not unless he changes his voice. He's got to change his voice.
No.
But then we got to do all this
Like
all this recanonizing of my voice.
Oh no, that was
That'd
just
be all
him.
bad.
No, that would just be him playing the fool. That's his playing the fool voice.
But everybody plays a fool sometimes.
Yeah. He's and then he'd go. And then he would go, just kidding.
Misa, just kidding. Just
Psych.
kidding. Psych. No, I don't sound like that under my helmet. This is what I actually sound like. I don't have no special voice, except for when I start
What's
changing it
burning
all the
over there on
time.
that ashtray?
Fire,
Fi-
fire. I'm burning. Apparently, my ashtray's on fire.
It's just like apparently my ashtray's on fire, just sitting there. I'm burning for you.
I put fires in ashtrays for fun.
That's a good place for him.
There's a reason. There's a reason my Boy Scout leader said if he turns out to be a criminal, he's gonna be dangerous.
Little did he know. Dun dun dun.
Little did he know, Misa, a Sith Lord. But we didn't start the fire.
Now he's just burning shit to just piss me off. Son, I'm going to kick your ass. Oh my God, for real, dude? Well, why don't we just burn some sage?
Maybe.
Start a ritual.
Well, Darth, I've
got
got
some
to
stage
go. I've got to get to bed. I have work in the morning again.
All
But,
right. Thanks for coming up.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Where'd you go
And
this week?
may the 4th be with you guys.
What I posted about my brother.
Oh yeah, here we go.
She's
Oh.
mad you didn't talk to her.
Here, that's
Thank
fine.
you, Aster. Talk to you later.
All right, later, Gator. Thanks for coming.
Bye. Yep.
Hi everyone. Nah.
Let's see if we can find his channel. Can somebody get his channel and put it in the chat for everybody?
Yeah, I'll do it. Hold up. Hold up. I'm like back.
Well, thanks everybody. It was very fun. It was very awesome.
Thanks, speaker.
It's- and Catman DD Myers. Thanks for joining. We're about to close up, but
Hold on. Let me put this link.
let's get that link in there. I think most. Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, I think we're about ready to close up here. He's like, I could, but I'm not a wrench. Yeah, but you're featured on the game streams. You practically are. I don't know why you don't have a wrench. That's a little weird. Hold on a second. There's speakers at the bottom there. Well, thanks everyone for coming. Apparently, I can't make any more mods for a reason. I guess they took. Go. Now it's giving me the option. Add moderator. Type something again, Jester, see if it took.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it didn't. It definitely didn't take. I don't know what's up with YouTube, but it's
To be able to have as many wrenches.
so.
Yeah.
Add moderator. Whoa. It just took me clean off the the and on to another page. Wow. Okay. What's on here? You mean I got to go into another link now just to add a moderator? I can't just do it from the channel?
What?
Yeah, it literally took me to a whole nother. Now.
Mm-mm.
Stay awesome, everyone. Thank you all for coming, wherever you are in this beautiful world. And May the 4th